Hi, I'm Tim Scheib. I've been selling real estate in the Des Moines Metro since 2004, and I love my job. Hi, Tim Scheib with the Scheib Real Estate Team and RE/MAX Precision. There's different ways that you can get a value on a home, and I'm going to discuss like the 3 and actually 4 different ways you can see the value of your property. The first one is a tax assessment or the tax valuation, and that one, that's something that we hear a lot from buyers. If they're looking to buy a home, they'll say it's assessed for this, and even sellers will say, well, our home's assessed for this. Well, ideally, you don't want to look at that at all when you're trying to come up with value. And the reason for that is because that assessor or the person coming up with those numbers have never been to your home. And that's very similar to the good old Zestimate. Zillow has a Zestimate that they put out there, and all it does is calculate numbers based on the area, based on this, based on that, and it gives you a value, and sometimes it can be dead on. So the assessment in Zestimate could be dead on, but it can also be way off as well, because there's different upgrades that are in a house, or a house could be trashed. They don't know because they've never been in the home. So the assessment is for your county or your state. That's how they calculate the taxes on the property. So in all reality, the lower the better. So you really don't want to go off that if you're a seller, and if you're a buyer and you look at it, you want it to be lower too, because when you buy it, you want to pay less taxes. Zestimate, just throw that out. That's something that we hear a lot in the last few years because it's somewhat new to the market, and it's just not too accurate most of the time. So the next one is an appraisal. An appraisal is what a bank puts out there. The bank goes out, does the appraisal to see how much they can loan. They can loan the buyer or loan the owner. So the appraisal, there's 2 different kinds of appraisals that we see out there. It's a refi appraisal and then an actual purchase appraisal. And they can vary as well on the same property. Oftentimes I'll have a seller say, well, last year our home appraised for blank and blank, and today I say it's worth this, which may not be that appraised value. So when you're doing a refi, that appraised value that they come up with, it's not based on what a buyer would pay. So oftentimes that appraised value on a refi is a little bit higher than, say, an appraised value on a new purchase. Typically when we write an offer, we get it accepted, the appraisal is going to come in somewhat close to that new purchase price. Now the appraiser, they use the same comps that we do, the same systems, and they actually go through the home. So I like to say that appraisal is a lot more accurate than your assessment and your Zestimate. Now the third one, or if you include the Zestimate, the fourth one, that is the competitive market analysis, and that's what's done by real estate agents. We use the same system. We look up past sales, we look up all the comps, and then we also walk through the home and we take into account the different upgrades. So that is what we do to come up with our best guess of what a buyer will pay for the home. It's not always 100% accurate, but usually we're within a few percentage points of what the actual price of the home will sell for. So with that being said, we've got the assessment, so don't take that into consideration of what a buyer will sell for it. Same with his estimate. And in the appraisal, if it's a refi appraisal, just keep in mind that that's being done based on what the value of the home is, not necessarily what the buyer will pay for the home. And then there's competitive market analysis. We like to say that's probably the most accurate to what the market is going to give you for your home if you're trying to sell it. So that's it. Stay tuned next week, and we'll see you later.